cruising down the street in my 6'4".
Just like that, somebody turned off the rain and the sun come out.
I'm your huckleberry.
Hey everybody, you don't know me, but I'm on TV, so you can trust me.
2, 1.
Welcome to the This is Tampa podcast with
Rob.
And I'm Jen, and we have our special guest today, Bill Wheeler from Jet's Pizza. Thank you so much for being here,
My
Bill.
pleasure. My pleasure.
Awesome. So tell me a little bit more about you and about your business.
Jet's Pizza's been around since 1978. So we're on our 41st year, 42nd year.
Wow.
And yeah, it's a large franchise now. There's over 400 of them nationwide.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Wow.
So,
that's a lot.
Yes. Yeah, but we're still new to Florida. Florida. The first one opened in Florida in 2001. I came down here back then to help the guys open up.
Oh my gosh. Goodness gracious. And tell me a little bit about yourself as well. Are you from Florida originally?
No, I'm not. I am a Michiganator.
What?
Another Midwesterner.
Did you say a Michiganator?
Michigander. Michiganian.
Michiganian? Okay.
I'm from the Metro Detroit area where Jet's Pizza originated, like many top franchises do.
Interesting.
Yeah, a lot of pizza franchises from Michigan, yeah.
Oh, I never knew that. Why do you think that is?
I'm not sure, but in the top
lovers?
15 alone, there's Domino's, there's Little Caesars, there's Hungry Howie's, there's Jet's.
No.
They're all from Michigan?
All from Michigan.
Oh, really?
Wow.
All from Michigan.
I feel like I'm short here. I don't know what's going on. Like a midget.
So it's.
That is so
I don't know why,
interesting.
but I mean, I know Tom Monahan used to work with, Mike Ilitch, I think, so I don't know.
They all kind of interconnect somehow.
I guess, yeah.
Oh my gosh, wow. So you grew up there, and tell me a little bit about your childhood. Did you work in the pizza industry before?
Yeah, people like this story. I actually started at Jet's Pizza when I was 14.
Oh my
What?
gosh.
It is my first job, not my only job. I've done some other things while doing Jet's, but it is my first job and I'm still doing it.
Oh my gosh, that is so
That's
awesome.
crazy. Yeah, you're doing your first job.
I started answering phones and washing dishes.
Aww.
Well, yeah, that's where you always start, right? Washing dishes.
Yep.
So from answering phone and washing dishes to now you own 3 Jet's Pizza franchises?
I currently am only a partner in 2.
Okay, got
I've sold a couple since moving down here.
Okay.
But I am looking to buy into more franchises.
Wow.
One of the cool things about our group of guys, we have a large franchise group.
Nice.
We have about 30 locations
it. Wow.
in 4 states. So we're in
cow.
Metro Detroit, Metro Columbus, Metro Indianapolis, and Metro Tampa.
Oh my gosh, that's amazing.
So
wow.
you have explain that. So you have an interest in that partnership?
Yeah.
group?
Well, the way we do it, like I said, I started at 14
Right.
and became a business owner, worked my way up. We allow our managers, our employees to hit the same opportunity. So I don't have to be at every store I own.
Right.
There's a store I'm a partner in I've never seen
Wow, really?
because we
That's
let our
incredible.
managers buy in. They have an invested interest. So we know they're going to do what's best for themselves and us and the company.
Right.
So we let our partners, our employees become our partners.
So is that like it's not considered like an employee-owned company like Publix?
No, we're not. We're not. No, Jet's is not. You can't buy stock in Jet's.
Okay.
But the way they allow us to do it, I say they, I mean Mr. Jet. There is a Mr. Jet.
Oh my gosh.
He's a
There's a
phenomenal.
Mr. Jet?
He's a great guy. He's a great guy, Johnny.
Wow.
Johnny's a fantastic.
Is that his
guy.
real name?
Well, their last name has 2 T's.
Oh.
Yes.
Johnny Jet with 2 T's.
Yeah, he had his brother Eugene passed in 2014. He was the president of the company. He's a phenomenal person.
Wow, that's interesting.
Yep. So they allow us to let our
So it's an
employees-
option that you have.
Yeah. 'Cause why would we not want to help other people grow?
Right.
In their business. Not to put down a different pizzeria, but there's a certain pizzeria that's pretty big, probably number 2 in the country.
Wow.
You cannot become an owner of Domino's.
Oh,
Like you're not going to go work at a Domino's
Right.
and have the opportunity to buy in.
Right.
But with us, you
Aw.
can. It's just
Yeah.
that's how our structure works.
Is that
That's
most
amazing.
of them? Do you have a lot of people that come, and buy their own franchise that are not?
Yes,
Currently.
I used to be part of the corporate training group.
Oh,
So
cool.
we would routinely have, gentlemen or ladies that would come in and want to buy a Jets Pizza franchise, but they need to learn. So they would come work at our store. They had required hours they had to work. Didn't always work out, but
Yeah.
we had to teach them the ropes and how to make our dough, because we make our dough every day, and how to hand make a pizza.
Oh, that sounds
Yeah.
so good. So fresh.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my goodness, wow. So, I guess as far as the getting into the Jets Pizza, you just grew with the company and you
Well,
just
my-
decided to stick with it?
Yeah, my brother was actually, I'm a legacy, so my brother
Okay.
had the job first.
Aww.
And when I was 14, he's like, you gotta go get a job. I'm like, well, I don't want to get a job. He's like, just go up there to the pizzeria. They have to hire you because
Yeah.
you're a legacy. I'm like, what do you mean? And so they did. Yeah.
God.
Mr. Jet actually hired my brother.
So is your brother also part of this partnership?
No,
or
he
is
got out of it.
Okay.
He's worked for me a couple times.
Really?
Oh,
You
how
know,
funny,
when he
full
needs extra
circle.
money, but
Yeah.
no, it wasn't for him.
Oh my gosh.
He got you in and he got out.
Yeah, he's.
Right.
I'm more of a business-driven person. He's more just punch in, punch out.
Right.
I want to do my
Yeah,
thing.
right.
Someone else's problem.
That's understandable.
Yeah.
So what makes Jets Pizza different from the other types of franchises or even like a local pizza shop?
Well,
What makes you stand out?
well, from the big guys, I mean, we're big too. We're a top 15
Yes.
franchise.
Okay.
I want to say we did like 85 million last year.
Oh my God.
So
wow.
we're no
It's a lot
small
of
cookies.
pizza.
Yes. Yeah. But we make our dough fresh every day. There's only a handful of the top chains that really make their dough fresh every day.
Wow.
And that's us. I mean, we're there at 7 in the morning, 8 in the morning, making dough.
Goodness.
And that's kind of a stray, obviously, from any franchise, because most franchises have like one place and they
A
disperse all
commissary,
their
yeah, like
food items.
Some of the big chains, again, you won't find a dough mixing machine in their place.
Right.
They make it at general
one place.
at big facilities and then ship it frozen.
Right.
Oh my
Right.
goodness.
That's and without any ingredients. Like, do you have?
Right.
Do your other ingredients come from?
We
a
chop
main
our
hub?
vegetables every day.
Do you?
Yeah, oh, yeah.
So do you buy them locally then?
Right now with some of the locations here in the Metro Tampa area, we found some good produce companies.
Nice.
To work with. They have to be approved through Jets Pizza.
Right.
And then our food distributor currently, I believe, has a hub in Atlanta and one in Toledo. And so they service I think they have a third one too. I mean, they have to.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Atlanta's far to come.
Yeah.
We're-
right.
yeah.
Oh my gosh! Wow. So I know you're partner in a couple different franchises and you promote from within. Do you find that your employees tend to appreciate that and put more effort into their jobs and feel like they're part of the company as opposed to just being a pizza maker or pizza delivery?
Yeah, sure. I mean, we try to incorporate them. Like I said, my goal is to have 2 or 3 of the guys working for me right now, eventually, buy a piece of the store
Aw.
so that I can help them grow their wealth.
Right.
And so I try to bring them in as much as I can.
Yeah.
As far as going out and promoting, talking to people in the community, passing out free pizzas to get to know other people.
Right.
I try to incorporate them so then they see what I used to do as a kid,
Right.
or what it takes to become part of the community,
Right.
not just that corporate chain down the street.
Yeah.
We don't see ourselves as that. We see
Right.
ourselves as the corporate chain that is part of the community.
Yeah, and that's not something that makes you different from a lot of the other pizza chains or even just small business restaurants that serve pizza, is that you do get involved in the community. You'll come down and bring some pizzas to an event and tell me about that.
We gave away 100 pizzas to the line workers after Irma.
Wow.
We were there,
That's
just
amazing.
giving out free pizzas to all the linemen that came from Carolinas, came from all
Yeah.
over the country to help out after Irma.
Yeah.
You're
I'm
not
sure
going to
they
see other
loved that.
pizzerias that do that.
No.
That have way more money than I do to do that kind of thing.
Right.
But they don't do it
Right.
because they're not on the same type of level as us. They see them as just a corporation. We are the communities.
I think that's important. And you even seen that after the shooting in Orlando at the nightclub where
Oh,
Chick-fil-A which isn't open on Sundays, was there.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, that morning.
Oh my
to
God. Oh, I didn't
help,
know about that.
Yeah.
Huh.
You know, feed
The families.
the people that have been there, the families, the
gosh.
first responders
Yeah.
and whatnot.
Yeah.
And that's important to be a part of your community
Right.
that you're in.
Yep.
Yeah.
You know, if you give to the community, like we said this before,
Right.
the community will give back.
I just brought this up on my email. This kickball classic we did for some kids in the local area. They find a local park.
Right.
It's a big charity event. It's not even near my pizzeria.
Right.
But I gave her a bunch of pizzas, and she's like, well, let me give you something to promote. I said, you're too far away. Just let me help you.
Right.
Yeah.
You know, just let me help out.
That's
Where
the
is
food.
it? Like,
This
they,
was in.
they need players. I mean, I'll play for free pizza. I'll play some
It was
kickball.
it was a benefit for the Camelot Community Care and the children of the families that they serve. This was a couple days ago, but
Wow.
they
I'm sure
yeah,
they
it's just a kickball
appreciate
thing that
it,
they
yeah.
do, but they wanted to feed everyone, so we.
Right.
Just I'm like, I got
Oh,
no
that's
problem,
great.
you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that's so important. That's really what, especially now these days with businesses becoming so automated and people are losing their jobs to technology, you know, the businesses that do things like what you do, they go out into the community, they give without asking, and they just serve the community. That's going to set you apart from the other pizzerias and Domino's and Pizza Hut who just, you know,
Frozen.
same old, and frozen. No wonder I don't like either of those pizzerias. So I guess you can taste the difference too. But man, wow. So what are some pizza making tips you have? Anything that people can try at home if they're making their own pizza?
Okay.
Throw a curveball at you there.
No, it's fine. Every year in Vegas they have this pizza expo. Now I've never been. It is a
Pizza Expo.
It's a pizza expo. It is one of the largest expos they do in Vegas. It is massive.
Oh my God, that sounds amazing.
And they do.
I've never got invited to this thing. I mean, I've seen SEMA got invited to it. I've seen,
They do all these crazy events like fastest pizza maker.
No.
And all this. Oh yeah, it's a thing.
Wow.
But there you can actually take classes on making better dough.
Oh, that's
Now
cool.
I only know about all this because I get Pizza Today magazine. I get
Pizza Today.
Pizza Today.
Pizza Magazine Quarterly, PMQ.
Oh my God.
These are real things.
That is
They come to me
hilarious.
free because I'm a pizzeria. It
Right.
And I read these articles. They're great articles.
Do
You
you?
get all kinds of tips on delivering and making perfect dough. So one thing about making dough is, we're adding the ingredients at the right time.
Right.
Okay. Dough usually consists of like some salt, some sugar, yeast, water. Having the right temperature of water.
Right.
Very important.
Who would have
You know,
thought?
if you talk to a baker who's making bagels or donuts, he might tell you that cold water is the best.
Yeah.
Which it could be for what he's doing.
Oh.
For us, we use a certain temperature water. It's warmer.
Like
Oh my God.
room temperature or whatever.
Usually about 110.
110.
Wow.
110 degrees, yeah.
Well, that'd be room temperature in here if we had no AC.
Yeah, usually 110 degrees, roughly around there. You got to add the yeast at a certain time.
Wow.
Let the yeast activate, so that because yeast is a living organism,
Oh my
and if it's
gosh.
not activated, then the dough won't rise correctly. You
Huh.
got to add the oil at a certain time so that it activates the gluten.
No.
There's a
It's
lot
true.
of
Here's a fun
Wow.
fact. Fun
There's
fact.
so much that goes into that.
Rob used to work at a pizza joint up in New York.
Oh my
and
God.
we did more where I was from, I guess like your style, Detroit style, where it was a deep dish, grease the pans. We made the dough like everything you're saying. It was just like that. And yeah, we did.
No.
We were the
Oh my
most
God.
popular pizza chain. It
Wow.
wasn't really a chain. There was a few family-owned
Yeah.
shops, but more than one.
and the pan is really important too.
The pan and the grease that you used to grease the
Wow.
pan, and that we would get them ready and put the.
I'm pretty sure Mr. Jet himself, he started a separate company for the pans because he wanted them done the correct a certain way.
Oh my God.
So all of our Jet's pizza pans were kind of made through his other
Yeah.
company. I'm pretty
Right.
sure, something like that.
Yeah.
So.
Well, if he wants it a specific way, it's his business.
It's
you know?
other pizzerias. I know there's a couple down here that have Detroit style pizzas.
Oh,
and
they
they've
do?
Gone and getting pans.
Yeah.
So.
Oh my gosh, how funny! Yeah, because your pizzas, I noticed they're in like they're cut like squares,
Cut 'em in
right?
squares,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
And so why that? Is that just how Mr. Jett wanted it, or?
Well, the pan is a rectangle pan.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I know certain other pizzerias have done pan styles and they cut it diagonally still, so
Yeah.
the triangle pieces,
Yeah.
I
guess
Ours
that's just
were
practical.
circle pans with square cuts.
circle.
Oh my God, there's so many options.
Yeah, no, circle pans, they come, that's that Chicago style from way back. The circle pan, I mean, we have some circle pans, but we make our breads in them. I've made pizzas in circle pans. I used to work at a pizzeria at Uno,
Yeah.
so that is
my
straight
gosh.
Chicago style deep dish.
Is it okay?
So like I said, I've worked at other places, but I've stayed with Jets the whole time.
Wow.
I've learned other ways to make pizzas.
Yeah. Took
Yeah,
your
well,
skills
speaking
back.
of that, is there any pizza places that you do like that are
Oh,
not
yeah.
Jets?
Oh yeah,
You're
there's.
a pizza connoisseur.
I don't
I
try
do.
to. I love tasting different pizzas. What's your favorite pizzeria in town? I like going there and trying it.
Wow.
I have no problem doing that. There are some favorites, especially in Metro Detroit. Like Louis. My mom swears by Louis. It's a 9 mile in DeQuinder in this part of Detroit, and you're like, this is the best pizza. This is so good. And
so good.
there's companies in Detroit that have perfected this Detroit style.
Right.
And guys that started branched off and made their own pizzerias.
Yeah.
And so yeah.
Oh my gosh, how funny.
Yep.
So I know you have 2 kids. Oh, 3 kids.
3.
Oh, I thought you had 2. Okay,
That's
so
okay.
you got 3
We just had
kids.
one. We just had one.
Oh, you did?
No.
How old are your kiddos?
12, 8, and 4.
12. Oh, okay, yeah. So you do have a little one. So 12, 8, and 4. Are they going to be going into the Jets Pizza business, do you think, when they get older, or working in the restaurant, or?
All 3 of them have definitely been in pizzerias.
Aw.
They've made pizzas.
Have they?
All 3 of them.
Oh, so
we take them
cute.
in, they get them out of milk crate, stand them up, and
Oh.
yeah. But I really hope not.
Really?
Let them go off and do their own thing. Let them.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't want to. I'm not gonna. I don't push them to do anything.
Yeah.
I'm not going to. My wife is the same way.
Yeah.
If they come to us and they want to, that's fine.
Right.
But I
Okay.
would rather them learn their own path, decide what they want to do. If they want to do pizza, I'd be more than happy to help them out.
Aw, oh my gosh, well, that's awesome. You're setting a good example for them nonetheless, with your business as a business owner and then everything you do as a business owner beyond what most people do. So,
Right. Or they can
my
go,
gosh.
and get a business degree and maybe that, bring that to a franchise or whatever else they choose.
Exactly.
And at least they can use it for
Yeah.
both.
so where are your locations right now?
In the Bay Area,
Okay, yes.
I personally work at the Bay Pines location,
Okay.
which is on Bay Pines Boulevard, right across the street from the Veterans Hospital, the
Okay.
VA hospital.
Okay.
The largest one in the country. Yeah, I'm right across the street from it.
Perfect. Send over some pizzas.
So do they get a discount, any veterans?
They do.
or
We do 15% off for all vets.
Oh, good to know.
We're veteran owned and operated ourselves. My wife was in the Coast Guard, like we were
Right,
talking
right,
about.
right, yeah.
So we try to take care of them. I know not all pizzerias do that, not all jets do it.
Mm-hmm.
So we do 15% off. And in fact, this Veterans Day, we're doing 50% off
Oh, wow.
for all vets.
Oh my gosh.
I know I'm the only Jets Pizza doing that, but I don't care. They deserve more.
Yeah,
than what
hey, and
they
you're right
do,
across
yeah.
the road.
it's just they deserve so much more than
They
what they
do,
get. So
yeah.
50% off is the least I can do.
Right.
I mean,
oh my gosh, that's very giving though.
it's going to be crazy.
Yeah.
You'll be busy.
Yes. And then we have a location in Palm Harbor
Okay.
on 19 in Nebraska.
Perfect.
Okay, right next to a Speedway gas station.
Okay. It's a nice area.
We acquired that one a couple years ago. And then the first one we bought in this area was the Lakeland Jets Pizza.
Okay.
Yeah,
Lakeland.
Yep.
Okay. Awesome. And are
So
you looking-
Lakeland gets one, but Wesley Chapel,
It's been there for years. You know why Lakeland has one?
Why?
Probably because some Metro Detroiter wanted to be near the Tigers in spring training.
Oh.
So they put one in Lakeland years ago.
Hey,
That's probably why.
thinking.
And Wesley Chapel was cow pastures then, so
Yeah, no alert.
Well, we're due.
yeah, I'd love to
Hey.
put one there. I can't wait.
Oh my gosh. Well, hopefully we'll see one out in Wesley Chapel sometime soon. I know
Yes.
we're all local to that area, so that'd be great to have. There's not a whole lot of options out there right now besides.
Not a whole lot of good options.
Yeah. I mean, I
Right.
hate to say it. There's just a lot of chains, and I know Jets Pizza is still kind of a chain, but when you run it like a small business, It's very
Doesn't
different.
feel like it.
No, exactly. So I'm excited for that. Hopefully we can find you
Oh,
somewhere. Anyone out there who knows of a nice spot, let us know. We'll share it with them.
Looking
No,
for
I know the few,
opportunities, lease opportunities.
Yeah.
Yes. So how can people find you or your business? Do you have Facebook, Instagram, website, email?
I'm limited to what Jets Pizza will allow me to do because we are
Okay.
still a franchise.
Right.
So I'm not supposed to do a bunch of individual marketing, but we do have a Facebook page.
Okay.
It is Bay Pines Jets Pizza.
Perfect. Okay. So we'll make sure to link that in the
Yes.
video
Yeah.
and on the Facebook, our Facebook page. Do you have an Instagram too?
Not for Jets Pizza.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
not allowed.
You need to.
I'm not really supposed to have anything.
You're not allowed
Right.
to.
So
Really?
we'll keep it on the DL.
Think about it, they're a large
Independent.
franchise, they're a large corporation. They want to control how their corporation looks. Even though I'm an individual franchise, I'm a franchisee through them.
Right.
It's their corporation.
They're
But
still
could
the
you
boss.
have like a personal one?
I have a personal
promote
one too,
Through it?
and I could promote through it, and I do promote through it. But people want to go see the business. They want to go see.
Yeah.
And I've realized, and they're kind of letting me go because I've been with Jets for a long time now. So I think they know about my page,
Yeah.
and I think they're just kind of like, he's been here forever.
Yeah. Just let him do it.
We know who he's gonna do what he's gonna do.
They
anyways.
trust you.
I've never been that. I've never been a yes man.
Yeah.
I've always been. Why are we doing this?
Right.
You know.
Ask questions.
And I've had them look me straight in the eye, Mr. Jet, and he's like, "That's just the way I want to do it." And I'm like, you know, so,
Okay.
yeah. I am a
stand
troublemaker.
up.
I will attest to that.
Oh my God, I can tell. You got the spice in your personality, so
Okay.
that's a good thing. I think that's a great thing, especially for a business owner. You need that to be successful.
I think so.
Yeah.
I need a lot of things. So.
There's a lot of qualities, so yeah. Well, cool. We'll make sure to link that on our Facebook page and on the YouTube video as well. And we'll make sure to link it in our podcast description as
Yeah,
well,
great.
so people can find you. Awesome, cool. Well, so I have a lightning round for you.
Okay.
So I think I might know some of these answers already, but let's see what happens.
I think you know what, at least one.
Yes, we know one at
Particularly.
least. Okay, ready? Bucks, Lightning, or Rays?
Lightning.
Okay. Is that because Detroit
That's because hockey.
hockey?
Hockey.
I watched 3 hockey games last night at the
Oh,
same
God.
time. I had the Red Wings on my
Your poor
tablet.
wife.
I was switching back from the Lightning and then the game of the week, the Jersey and the Rangers. I was switching back while I was watching my tablet. I
What
love
does
it.
your wife think of all that?
Oh, when there's hockey on, she leaves me alone for 2 hours. I'm useless.
Knows better.
I'm useless when there's hockey on.
Oh man,
Have you gone to some of these games?
Oh yeah, no, I try to go at least a couple Lightning games a year.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I love Lightning games. Yeah,
So are you a Lightning fan or?
I've been a Lightning fan.
Okay.
When they,
Red Wings fan too? Like,
oh no, if they play each other, Red Wings live and die.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Right.
But when you always have to have your team away from home.
Right.
And when the Red Wings were in the Western Conference, I had to pick an Eastern Conference team. Lightning came around. I liked the logo. I liked the team. And I was like, sure, why not? I could get behind Vincent LeCavalier and Martin St. Louis and Dave Anderchuk. Heck yeah.
Wow.
I still collect hockey cards.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
You're dedicated.
I didn't know they still
Everyone's
had
always
them.
like baseball cards. No, I collect hockey cards.
Maybe you'll be the one selling the most on eBay years from now.
No, they're for me.
They're for you.
Yeah.
I love it. All right. Tampa or St. Pete?
Tampa.
Okay. North Tampa or South Tampa?
North Tampa.
Okay, because you live there, right?
Sure. Although I'm learning South Tampa, I explore. When I have nothing else to do, I take the long way home from work. And
Yeah.
drive around. I love doing it.
Yeah, there's so much
It's
to
such a
do.
cool town.
It
Yeah.
is. It is. Okay, all right. I know it's coming here. Favorite pizza in Tampa?
I haven't had the opportunity to try too many others but our own.
Right.
I mean, I really haven't.
You can say your own.
Well, I mean, ours.
That's what I thought you were gonna say.
No, but I like to. Trust me, I am open to trying out
Yeah.
things. But I mean, ours is so good.
It is so good.
It is phenomenal.
So good.
And there's 2 things. I mean, Floridians always say there's 2 things you can't find in Florida: good pizza and good Chinese.
Oh, that's true. I
So
heard that
I
one.
can only help with one of those.
I found good Chinese.
Ah.
And, well, now pizza too. But
So what's your favorite of your pizza? What's your favorite toppings or special pizza that you have?
I'm kind of a classic guy. I like our pepperoni sausage, green pepper. I like pineapple.
Ooh.
Pineapple on pizza is delicious. I don't care what you think.
we'll cut that part. Don't
That's
worry.
fine. That's fine. It was actually originated in Canada. a person from Canada decided to put pineapple, made the first Hawaiian pizza.
Oh, that's interesting. Hawaiian pizza from Canada.
I'll cut that. You can, you
okay.
can keep your
Rob's
man
not a
card.
fan. All right, favorite dessert in Tampa?
I unfortunately cannot eat desserts.
Oh,
I'm lactose intolerant.
Okay.
So
You
milk,
gotta be careful.
milk does not agree with me,
Not a
unfortunately.
good one. Okay.
So
What about
yeah.
your wife or your kids? Do they have a special dessert spot that they like?
Well, I mean, there's a DQ by our house.
Yeah, that's a classic.
It's
you know.
classic.
Yeah.
I think they just opened a twisty.
Twisty treat?
Yeah, they just opened one on Bruce B. Downs.
Yes, yes.
So-
Yep, that's a good one too.
I try to let they can indulge.
Yeah.
I like making homemade banana splits.
Ooh.
That's like a Memorial Day tradition in my house.
Oh my gosh, how cute.
So I get done with the whipped cream. We have fun.
Yeah.
There's no non-dairy ones that you.
There is. I just honestly.
Like
just,
shaved ice or something like.
I stay. I mean, I like pies. I love
Pies,
you know,
Okay.
like a French soap. Oh yeah, it's
Yeah,
great.
those are good. Those are good. Interesting. Favorite burger in Tampa?
Ooh, I am a burger guy. Burger Monger's good.
Burger Monger.
but-
Ooh, that's a first.
For those of you that don't know, there's a small little burger place in Seminole.
Okay.
Now I only know because our pizza is right there.
Right.
But Daly's Burgers.
Daly's Burgers. How do you
Daily-
spell that? D-A-L-I-E-S or?
D-A-L. No, there's no I.
Okay.
Yeah, D-A-L-E-Y.
Y?
D-A-L-Y.
Okay.
D-A-L-Y.
Burgers. Daly's
There's
Burgers.
there's a Lucan's liquor store right there on the corner of 70th and Seminole Boulevard.
Okay.
And he's behind Lucan's. And it is the best burger
Ooh.
you will find. And
Do they put
Yeah.
peanut butter and a fried egg on there?
you could ask him.
I'm sure it would taste good, apparently.
You can this guy,
Oh my
Flame
God.
Broiled Burgers, they are so good. I take everyone who comes into town, I take them there for lunch.
Ooh.
Oh, it's so
All right,
good.
We'll have to check that one out. Daly's
So good.
Burgers. That's a first too. You're coming up with some new
Well,
ones. I
when you
like
do
it.
that voting on,
Yeah.
the next door app,
Yeah.
like I've won best pizza in my neighborhood
Oh my
two
gosh,
2 years in a row.
yay. That's awesome.
You know,
So.
and I always vote for him for best burger.
Oh. I love it.
Yeah.
All right, favorite charity in Tampa.
Ooh, okay.
That one catches everyone.
Well, I donated. We've donated back to the Fisher House right across the street at the
Okay.
VA. They're great.
Fisher
um,
House, that's a good one.
I don't know yet too many local charities, and
Yeah.
I get phone calls and I help out when I can.
Right.
I mean, I love to contribute to St. Jude. I mean, that's not. you know,
Yeah, but yeah.
But I
it's
mean,
still,
how can you not?
I know. How can you not? Yeah.
Yeah.
Aw,
So.
that's great. Okay, last one.
Sure.
Favorite podcast in Tampa.
Well, currently I've only been on two.
Okay. Oh, two.
Two?
Oh, we've got competition.
Somebody's
Well,
got
I've
you
only
before.
been on two podcasts.
Ah.
So if there's more out there, I'd love to be on more.
Hey, no.
No, I'm really enjoying.
Just kidding.
You guys are great. I've really enjoyed this because this to me, it's kind of been mostly about me.
Yeah.
So this has been great. No, but you guys, it's so laid back and chill,
Yeah.
and this
That's
has
what
been
we
great.
try.
This is the fun one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
There we go.
no
The
offense.
other one,
No
they
offense,
pat you down
Mark. No
before you
offense.
go in.
Mark. We
I'll
love
take
you.
it. All right.
We love Mark. So
So we're sorry, Mark. Although, you know.
he's another chappy with me, so I
Yes,
figured.
I love it. Well, we do love Mark, so. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, we'll say
That
it's
was
a
not
tie
nice.
then. What was that?
That was not nice.
What was
Mark.
not nice? No. We'll say it's a tie.
Yeah.
We'll say it's a tie. All right, cool. All right, well, thank you so much for
pleasure.
kind of telling us more about your story and
Yeah.
yourself and just and pizza and who knew there was Pizza Magazine. So that's exciting. And a pizza conference.
Right?
A huge pizza conference. And Jet's Pizza's franchise conference is coming down to Orlando next year.
Oh, cool.
Yep. So I'll be in Orlando on April 26th and 27th, I believe.
Okay. Well, maybe we'll have to like sneak in there.
Yeah, right?
Get
I'm
some
in.
pizza.
We're in.
Yes, we're in. We'll follow you
Or I'm
there.
gonna play
Believe it or not, we don't eat
kickball.
pizza.
Oh,
We
you
do
don't?
not. No.
What the heck?
We usually have a huge catering deli tray and stuff like that. Yeah.
That sounds
Oh, wow.
good too. Womp, womp, womp. Aw, all right. Well, we'll move into our next topic here, which is, of course, Rob's favorite, the non-Florida man
Oh, yeah.
story.
Cool.
Mark have a non-Florida man story? Huh? Huh? Does he? No. No. This
So
is
for
where it's
anyone
gonna get
who's
good.
new to the non-Florida man story, it's just a twist on Florida man. We always get such a bad reputation here in Florida for our Florida man news stories.
This
So
could be non-Florida man. This could be somebody from Detroit. It could be somebody from.
They don't ever make the news. Detroit is such a bad rap.
Because they're just
Poor
they're
Detroit.
They're
Poor
used to it.
Detroit. Aw.
If you ever been to Detroit, you'll know it's not like people say. Detroit's wonderful.
They need a PR makeover.
Right? Yeah, they need a makeover or something.
Yes.
So anyway, this one comes to us from Ireland,
Ooh,
right.
international.
I think the Green Island.
and it's another death funeral.
Oh no,
one.
jeez, Rob, you're on a roll with these death.
But these guys, I don't know, they have a pretty good sense of humor. These guys that are kicking it
Oh
this
my
year.
goodness.
So yeah, this is the first time I played this one, so we're gonna listen to it together.
Okay.
Yeah, but it sounds pretty good.
Okay. Exciting.
It's giving me a warning.
Oh, technical
must be good.
difficulties. You got a commercial there too?
No.
Perfect. Oh, I hear the bagpipes.
It's coming from the coffin.
Oh my god.
I know the story. That's a good story.
Oh my
That
god.
was
What was
the guy. So that was the guy. That was a recording from the coffin at the funeral.
No.
He's playing
Yeah.
a prank on his family.
Right. That
He's
was
dead?
Oh, yeah, yeah.
his last request.
No.
Yeah. Yep. Mourners who attended the funeral of a man in Ireland were left in shock when they heard his voice from beyond the grave.
Oh my god.
Let me out. Well, first you heard him. It's knocking, and then he's going, "Hello, hello," and then he's like, "Let me out. It's effing dark in here."
No.
Yeah. Cried Bradley in his voice, so he obviously recorded this
Yeah.
ahead of time
Oh, that's so morbid.
to play this prank on him. It goes on further to say, "Where the F am I?"
Oh my god.
Is that a priest I can hear? This is Shay. I'm in the box.
He was probably that way, though.
Yeah.
But he was probably just a jokester. He probably had a good time.
That must have been his personality or something.
Ensuring he
Like
got,
the
it says ensuring he got the last laugh at his own send-off. The 62-year-old Irish Defense Force veteran
Oh my god.
had his family and friends in fits of giggles rather than tears.
Oh.
Yeah, that's great. That's awesome.
Yeah, I guess that's a good way to go out.
That's hilarious.
Oh
Yeah.
my god, that's a new one. Oh man, very creative. Good find there, Rob.
Yeah, these guys, they're trying to outdo each other now when they're
Yeah.
heading to the
people over the
heading
pond
to
over
the
there
afterlife.
Getting
Yeah.
crazy in other countries.
That's all we talk about is non-Florida man. It seems to be thieves like that steal like weird stuff, or people that are
Scour the
playing
Detroit news. You're going to find plenty of good
funeral
stories.
pranks.
Oh yeah, there's a lot out there. Oh, that's a good one though. I like that.
Yeah, it's funny.
So let's move into our main topic today, which I thought it would be fun to do something kind of along the Florida man story. Hopefully we don't go too off track and really bash our state, but I think we should call it That's So Florida. I noticed, I'm talking to a lot of people who move here from out of state, there's a lot of Florida stereotypes or things that Floridians do that I didn't notice as a native Floridian that people from out of state, like you, Bill, being from Michigan, and Rob from New York, have mentioned to me in the past, and it just blows my mind. So I thought that would be a fun topic for today.
We're about to make some people mad.
Uh-oh. Well, I know we were talking earlier about a couple things, but I don't know if I should start or, if you guys should start, because again, I'm coming from a totally different perspective, so.
Well, what do you think we think about Florida?
I mean, I get a lot. Oh, there's like a lot of are there a lot of alligators there? There's a lot of lizards and bugs.
Oh, hell yeah, there is.
Yeah, I didn't know
The
that
bugs
didn't
are everywhere.
exist. Does that not exist in
Yeah.
other states?
No, they die half the year during the winter.
Well, they're definitely not alligators. I mean,
yeah.
not from up there. you
Yeah,
know,
I guess
but-
that's true.
I live on a lake in the golf course in Lexington, so we get alligators right up to our coast. I can't even fish sometimes.
Oh my god.
I'm fishing. I caught one when I'm like, oh, geez, I got to cut the line.
You know what's a good way to catch them? And my father figured this out.
Oh god.
You're not supposed to catch them.
Well, no, you're not supposed to.
We're not allowed to catch gators.
No. Don't.
You're not
Tell
allowed
your
to catch
story.
them. I thought you could. I know a few friends that from Mountain Lakeland that go out and just do it for fun.
Man, those Lakeland people.
But
They're daring.
a little
Yes,
corn on the
Polk
cob.
County, I love it.
You put it on the end of the fishing rod, and the thing bit on the corn on the cob and would not let it go.
Well, they'll eat everything. Marshmallows too.
Yeah.
I've heard.
Alligators?
Yeah.
Oh, so he caught an alligator with a corn on the cob.
Yeah. with
And then he
corn on the
reeled it
cob. And it got reeled in, and this thing wouldn't let go. I mean, finally, when it got real close, he finally let go.
Oh, he let it go. Okay, I was gonna say, what was his next move there?
I don't know.
Oh
Boots.
my god.
My father.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. Oh my gosh. I mean, so another thing is, and you and I were talking about this earlier, Bill, is like the difference between like South Florida and probably like the rest of the state. I mean, you could probably split the state into 3 different categories,
Well,
really.
yeah, where we're at, we have to go north to be into the south.
Yes.
We have to drive north to
You're
get
right.
into the south.
Yeah.
Because we're not in the south.
Right.
We're in Florida, in a little melting pot where, like we talked about earlier,
Right.
the Midwesterners come to Tampa.
Yes. That's
And-
pretty true, yeah.
Melting pot. I mean, my street alone, like I said, nothing but people from Ohio, Pennsylvania, Indiana, Illinois, and Michigan,
That's
all in
crazy.
my neighborhood. A ton of people.
Yeah.
Or
And
even in the state of Florida, north, like where we are, or North Florida is way different than South Florida.
Oh, yeah.
Like Miami.
different.
And yeah,
I lived over in Fort Lauderdale and Pompano area.
yeah, that's way different.
I hated it. I hated living in Florida. I
Yeah?
did. I hated it. I couldn't wait to go home.
Really?
I went back to Michigan I was here in 01 and I moved back down here in 2016. So I was
Yeah.
back
wow.
to Michigan for 15 years.
You
I
were
hated it.
like, you had PTSD. It took you a while to get over coming
But
back.
I mean, the East Coast, like we were saying, the
It's
East
so
Coast and West Coast,
different, yeah.
it's totally different.
so
I
different.
love it over here.
Yeah.
I love it over
Yeah,
here.
it is. It's. Yeah, I love it over here too. I used to live in Cocoa Beach on the other coast. There's stuff I liked about
Sure.
it,
Yeah.
Right.
but
Was
over
there
here,
a lot of people who moved to Cocoa Beach from other states? Was it
Yeah.
South Florida, where
A lot
I'm
of New
originally
York.
from? There's a lot of New Yorkers, New Jersey, a lot of New England, and then of course people coming up from South America.
Brazilians.
Yes, Brazilians. Yeah, there's a lot. It's just a big melting pot.
there was a lot of people that came through there anyway, like because of the surfers and stuff like that.
Oh,
The
you're
surfing
right,
scene
yeah.
in that area is pretty good. So yeah, you had a lot coming from even different countries.
Well, oh yeah, that would make sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's interesting to see what parts of Florida attracted different types of people.
Yeah, well, you get a lot of people from different countries here too, from like India and
I see a lot of Swedish people.
Swedish.
I see a lot of people
Oh.
from the Norwegian area that come and they're vacationing.
Oh,
I wouldn't know a Swedish person if I saw one. I thought they just looked
Well,
like.
no, I mean,
what?
you don't know until they talk.
Yeah.
They come
Oh,
in.
okay, yeah,
Trust me,
well.
when they try to order pizza, what? Okay, am I speaking to the chef from the Muppets? Like, what's going on?
Oh my god, I can laugh because I am part Swedish.
I was gonna say Jen could be Swedish for all.
I will be the Swedish representative.
Yeah, blonde hair.
Oh my gosh,
That's all I know.
yeah. That's so funny. Interesting. Well, yeah, I don't know. I thought that was another interesting fact. And then something else we were talking about earlier was the drivers in Florida.
The ones that don't use turn signals. Turn signals optional here in Florida.
Apparently, so is learning.
There's more people wear their seatbelt than use their turn signal, which
Oh my
I don't
gosh.
understand.
Yeah.
I've seen the weirdest things on the road. And, I mean, you know how far I drive for work. I drive
yeah, you
50
drive
miles one
far,
way.
right?
You know, so I see a lot of stuff. But I saw some guy had a dog in the back of his truck. Now, people are going to do that.
Yeah.
Dogs in the back of the truck. But they had a tonneau cover over the bed. The dog was on top of the tonneau cover.
God, no, that's so dangerous.
No.
Gripping for life.
Oh my God.
And if I've called 911 a handful of times while I'm
Yeah.
driving, because you have to down
You
here,
have to, yeah.
stuff you see. But I just couldn't get this guy's license plate. I was in a different lane.
Oh,
and
man.
oh man,
That's
the
crazy.
stuff I see
Okay.
all kinds of crazy
Top of
stuff.
the tonneau cover.
You know,
Yeah.
the people on bikes,
Oh, I know.
the crotch rockets, the Deathmobiles, they're just doing wheelies on Howard Franklin and driving, white
Do
lining
people
it.
not do that in other states?
Not during rush hour traffic.
Okay.
You know, the 1 a.m. jerks,
Yeah.
sure. But rush hour traffic,
Yeah, I know.
that's just crazy.
Yeah, that makes me so nervous. It makes me so nervous. And
Well, I
try
used
think you're
to
fine.
have a bike, and I'll admit I used to line split once in a while when it was. But I didn't do it on one wheel most of the
Yeah.
time.
Oh my
Usually on
gosh,
two,
it's so
but-
scary. I feel like I'm just watching something that's
It's
gonna,
I've had too many friends in motorcycle accidents. It's just yeah.
Yeah, it's not worth it. Another thing is hurricanes. People are terrified of hurricanes moving to Florida.
Yeah.
Well, the rest of us Floridians, and maybe even you guys now, we're like, oh, category 4, we'll be fine. You know, just get some booze and some
Yeah.
snacks.
First
wait
thing
it
that comes
out.
to my mind is like I got enough booze.
Yeah. I mean, do you feel like you still get nervous around hurricane season if there's a big storm coming?
I personally don't,
Okay.
but that's because of where I chose to live. My wife wanted to be on the coast. She wanted to live near the beach. No, I used to live on the beach, and
Yeah.
no. So we live 30 miles inland.
Yeah.
I'm fine.
Yeah.
The
that's
National
great.
Guard set up shop near my house for Irma. I'm in a good area.
Oh, you're safe.
Yeah, but my mom still thinks that I'm 10 feet from the water,
Right.
and that whenever there's a big storm coming, even like right now,
Oh, I know. Yeah, we
Yeah.
got a tropical.
Are you guys
Who would
okay?
have thought?
yes, we're fine. We're fine.
Yeah, that's how it is. Like it's crazy. My father's the same way. I mean, the hurricane could be like next week. You know, it's gonna be so far away, and you still don't know where it's going. And he's like, "Are you guys all right down there?" I'm like, "Yeah." I
But
go,
we have all this time to prepare.
Yeah, we know it's coming. And
It's
I'm
not
like,
like it's not like living in
Come on.
California where the ground could shake at any moment,
No, that's
and open up.
terrifying.
Yeah.
open up, and then mudslides, wildfires.
Yeah.
No, I'm good
Yeah.
over here.
Yeah, we got some warning.
Yeah, we're fine. We got time. We got.
There was an
yeah.
earthquake the other day near San Francisco, just north of San
Oh
Francisco.
my god, it's
But
so scary.
You don't know when that's going to
They
happen,
don't
but they'll
know.
tell you, oh, the ground just shakes a little.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
Okay.
So I wouldn't
Wait
say
until the big one
hurricanes are
comes.
really like, I don't know.
I'm
I
over
guess
it.
if you still live in if you've been here a couple years, and been here a little while,
But if you live on the
You
coast, though, if you do live,
Yeah.
it can
Well-
still.
Yeah, South Florida.
still you can leave.
Yeah.
I mean, you can
Yes.
go. You can move.
Yes.
You got warning. Like you said, it's
Yeah.
not like
Yeah.
it just happens.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, even the friends that I've had that have moved away since living here their whole lives saying, they'll call me or text me and say, hey, are you guys okay with the hurricane? I'm like, don't you remember living here? Like, nobody cares. Unless it's like a category, unless it's like an Irma or, something that's really
We stayed.
destructive. Did you?
Yeah, I stayed during Irma, yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah, we left.
I was open, when Irma happened on a Saturday or Sunday, I was open
Yeah.
Monday.
You were?
I stayed, I probably shouldn't have, but I was open. I opened for 3 hours a day to feed people that lost power. And I sold out everything I could every day.
Bet you did, yeah.
And
Well, that's
we
good
just
that
tried to
you
help
did
out
that.
whenever we could.
Yeah, well, there you go again with, just looking out for your community. Okay, so here's what I'm seeing online. Holiday decorations, is that not something people do? Other,
Halloween direct
like holiday?
Just different.
decoration.
Really?
I've never seen a Santa in a hula skirt until I moved down here.
Yeah.
I guess that makes sense. Or like decorating your palm tree, I love to do that. So cute.
We haven't done anything like that yet, but
You haven't decorated your palm tree yet? That's
No.
like the first thing you gotta do is send back to
most of our
your
decorations,
friends
like
on
right,
your
like,
Facebook.
because like right now we have a Halloween tree on the inside of the house.
Oh, cute.
A Halloween tree?
Halloween tree. So
What is it, orange?
orange and purple lights and like little witches hats and stuff and like googly eyes and bats on the tree. Because my wife loves Halloween, and I'm totally fine decorating for Christmas and even whatever. She wants to get up a month early and do Halloween. Totally fine with that.
Aw.
So I let her, do whatever she wants to do in the house and decorate, because we like to entertain. So.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
so
a new
fun.
one. I haven't seen a
Well,
Halloween tree.
put different light bulbs in the lamps,
Yeah.
you know, like purple and
Yeah.
reds, and put up a little spider web over the mirror, and she does that. So,
Aw, that's so
and plus I got the 3 kids, so
Yeah, it's perfect for them. Yeah.
Like these people that put out the coffins with the thing that
Oh, I
like
know.
comes
I
out.
mean,
Like there's some
our,
pretty.
our neighbors have a graveyard in their front yard. Yeah. So.
But does it have the popping
No,
stuff that
no,
moves
I-
and
Oh,
like?
too many of
gosh.
those.
Yeah. That's,
But back when I was a kid, though, I remember that.
oh
oh,
man. Yeah.
We had one. We had
crazy
the,
now.
as far as I've gotten is the candy tray with the hand.
Yeah.
Oh
That,
my
that we
God.
got it when it like first came out. Nobody knew, you know,
Yeah.
what was it. It scared the
wasn't good.
hell out
I'm
of the
sure
kids.
it did.
Yeah.
Even if you know it's coming, it can still scare you. It
Yeah,
jumps
it's
at
still
you.
I'm like,
scary.
here,
even
go
when you
ahead,
know-
go ahead. Grab your piece,
Oh,
grab your own
man.
candy.
Anything else that jumps out at
Oh,
either
yeah.
of you? What do you think?
It's called pop.
Oh,
It's not called pop. Are you kidding
New
me?
Yorker.
What
What do
kind
you
of pop
call
you
it?
want? You want
Fago.
Huh?
Fago pop.
Fago.
Fago.
What's a Fago?
It is a Fago. Fago is a pop company from Detroit.
Oh.
I know. Oh, okay. I know
108
Fago.
years old, I think, right around there. And it has all kinds of flavors.
Yeah.
From rock and rye to cream soda to peach to moon mist to cola to blue raspberry.
Have you found
Interesting.
Fago down here?
Yeah,
Yeah.
during snowbird season.
Okay.
But whenever we go home, we make sure we bring a couple cases of Fago back.
Oh
I keep rock and rye at the house. I love it.
But you say pop. Okay, we
Yes.
had this conversation before. Pop. It's
Yes.
good. Do you want clear pop? What do you say? Do you want clear pop or brown pop? I mean, like, how do you ask for a spray?
Category.
You know,
Well, what
you
kind
just
of
say pop.
What kind of pop do you have?
I say pop is like Coke, Coca-Cola.
Well, like
Do
my-
you say Coke?
I'll say Coke or Pepsi or
Well, like my
you
family in
say the
Tennessee, they
same.
ask you what kind of Coke you want.
root beer if I want root beer or Sprite, Mountain Dew.
I can understand people saying soda. I understand people
Yeah.
saying pop. What I don't understand is my family in Tennessee. They say, "What kind of Coke do you want?" We got Mountain Dew Coke. We got Pepsi Coke. We got
They
Coke
say
Coke.
that?
Oh yeah.
That is so
Really?
So think about how weird that
Everything's
is.
Coke.
Yeah.
Everything's Coke.
Oh, I'd be confused.
So what kind of Coke do you want? Do you want Sprite Coke? Do you want Mountain Dew Coke? And I'm looking at them like the dog that just like, what's going on?
Yeah, I'm confused.
Like Colombian Coke. What do you want?
Just regular Coke.
Yeah, like I totally get the soda thing. I get the pop thing.
Yes, yeah, I say soda.
But I love wearing my shirt that says it's called pop, not soda. I almost wore it today. But
Oh, that would have been good.
but,
oh,
you know,
man.
yeah, I wear it to family functions because they're all Floridians.
Yeah, that's so funny. Maybe you should get those out with your pizzas. It's called pop.
Well, I wish we had Fago, but we can't.
Oh, yeah, I need to get out of
That
your
just
balls.
reminds me of my cousin Vinny. When he's like, where are they, like Alabama or something?
Yeah.
Alabama is from New York. And
That
they're-
is so funny. Well, I used to work in like the South, like the real South,
Oh, up north?
Alabama. Yeah, up north in Alabama, Georgia. And they would all say, "Oh, where are you from?" And I say Florida. They go, "Oh, you're a Yankee." And I'm like, "What?
Right?
I'm not a Yankee. I'm from Florida."
I'm like, Yankee, I'm from Florida.
But yeah, it's so funny just the thoughts of the rest of the
It's-
country.
No one thinks you're from Florida. Everyone thinks you migrated to Florida.
Right.
That's why sports isn't really a thing down here.
Oh, so is that another thing?
Oh yeah,
Oh.
like okay, pizza's driven by a lot by sports. The game's on tonight. We're gonna be busy. But that's not the fact down here because if the game is on, half the state probably isn't rooting for that team.
Oh.
Because who's your
They're
favorite
from
team?
somewhere else.
Yeah, I'm from Michigan. You're from from New York.
New York, yeah.
You know, so my team is the Red Wings.
Well,
You know, so-
I will tell you, like, you know, I've been to a few Giants games and stuff like that. And even Syracuse University, when they come and play USF or whatever, I've been to those games, and it's all fans of New York or Syracuse or whatever.
No way.
Yeah, full. I mean,
yeah.
literally,
Oh my
if you go to
gosh.
like this last Bucks and Giants game,
Uh-huh.
65% of the stadium was blue.
My general manager was there. I bought him tickets. He goes, it was all Giants fans.
Yeah.
No, that's a, oh my
And he's a natural
gosh.
Floridian, Polk County.
Yeah.
And he's like, it was all Giants fans.
That is so crazy.
Because no one is from here.
Yeah.
Everyone's migrated, so we're all like our own
There's some
team.
that have been
Well,
here.
yeah. But everyone's like, "What's your team? Who's your team?"
Yeah.
It should just be the Bucks.
Right.
But everyone has their own team because they're from
They're
someplace
from
else.
somewhere else. Oh
I
my
see a
gosh.
lot of that, and
Wow.
pizza is driven by sports a lot.
Yeah.
And
Interesting.
it's not like it used to be. Where the game's on, we're gonna be busy.
But like you've become a Lightning fan.
Well, no, yeah, I was a Lightning fan before I moved down here.
I
So
think there's a lot of people that adopt the
Sure.
the
Yeah.
home team.
Mm-hmm.
You
But the
know,
poor
but
Raiders.
they're not rabid fans.
Yeah.
Right.
Like you are if you're from Chicago and you're a Cubs fan, or you're from New York.
Yeah.
Right.
yeah,
Giants
like
fan.
in Detroit, you're a Red Wing fan, you're a Lions fan, you're a
Right.
Pistons fan. Down here, you're not necessarily a fan of the local team because you may have a team from back home.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah,
Well,
and you may
funny.
have picked up on it. I think do you think that's why they don't have an NBA team here in Tampa?
Honestly, I just think they had to give Orlando something.
Orlando, yeah.
Poor Orlando.
They got all the tourist stuff. They're doing just fine.
They are. They're doing great over there. Yeah, Orlando's actually the second biggest tourism convention center in the country after
I don't
Las
doubt it.
Vegas.
I don't doubt it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So we're doing
That's why
great.
flights are so cheap.
Yes. It's great.
I know
It's great
people
to
that
be
drive
by.
from Tampa to Orlando to fly.
Yeah, well, I had to bring my mother yesterday
to
morning. She had a
Orlando?
red eye. I had to get up 4:30 in the morning to
Aw.
bring her to Orlando.
You're a good son.
Yeah.
Oh my
At least
gosh.
traffic was light.
It was
Yeah.
going there,
Oh yeah.
not so much coming back.
Yeah, traffic in Orlando is that's not a whole other
I-4.
story. Yeah.
I-4, that's why I want that super train or whatever they're gonna make.
Yeah.
If they make a train, that'd be
Yeah,
great.
that'd be great. Well, so I'm glad we got to talk about this. Some interesting. See, I didn't know that about sports, so it's fascinating to me. So every episode we do like to try and share some new restaurants or businesses that we've tried in the past week or so. Do you all have anything that you kind of want to give a shout out to? Any new small business or?
Yeah, what did I have the other day? I had this thought too. I remembered.
You wanted to remember it.
What the hell was it?
I'll say one.
Oh, I went to. I know what it was. I went to Mission Barbecue for the first time.
Oh,
That's I've been there once too. It's awesome.
that's
Yeah.
great.
Which one did you go to?
The one Bruce Downs.
Okay.
Right in,
I went to the veterans one.
Yeah.
Okay.
That
Yeah, there's a
place
few
is awesome.
locations, but they're man.
That's good. It's good stuff.
It's really, really
yeah. And were you there when they did the national anthem?
No, they do that at noon, I think, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah, we were there like 1.
Yeah.
I brought my mother. I was like,
Aw.
let's go there,
my
check it out.
gosh.
I haven't been there yet,
Yeah.
so
It's
and I've been
so
meaning
cool.
to go.
Every time I've been there, it's usually been around that time, and it's
I wanna
just
go,
awesome to
yeah,
see
next time
everyone
I'll go
stand up
early.
and it's like it's very moving. So, yeah.
Yeah.
Have you been when they did that?
No,
or?
no.
Every day at noon, they they got the flag in the middle of the restaurant. They all stand up for the national anthem.
That's awesome.
It's so awesome. So, any places you've tried?
Daly's Burgers.
Daly's
Yeah, I mean, you guys,
Burgers.
I can't.
We gotta try that.
He's great. Yeah.
Daly's Burgers. I'm gonna have to try. I'm a burger guy. I like.
Yeah, it's right there
trying
in
different
Seminole,
burgers.
St. Pete.
They have any
perfect.
like interesting burgers, like, or is it just
Well,
your classic?
Yeah, they do stuff. I mean,
Yeah.
I always just go for the daily doubles, thick burger. Just
You
Yum.
ever put egg on your burger?
I don't. My wife does.
Ooh,
Have you
that's
tried it?
interesting.
I have. I just
You don't like
prefer,
it?
Not that I don't like it. I just prefer just
The
give me a good burger.
Yeah.
I'm weird. I prefer a burger over a steak.
Yeah. I think
Really?
I'm the same
Yeah.
way. Yeah.
Yeah.
You
People, I
didn't ask them about the steak places
Yeah.
and
Oh,
the
that
lightning
was
round.
another lightning round. What's your favorite steak place?
Texas de Brazil.
Oh, that's a first too. You
That
have some
place
interesting
is
answers.
awesome.
I had a friend the other day that told me I should go there.
I went next door to the high-end place.
Yeah.
Well, they can have it. I spent a third of the money at Texas de Brazil and had way more food.
They said it was excellent.
Oh,
too, right?
so good.
And
Yeah.
you pay one price, right?
Well, yeah, the way we did it, we
Or
paid one
whatever.
price and they just keep coming by with cuts of meat.
That keep coming back.
It
that
is
sounds so good.
But don't skip the potato table near the salads.
Oh yeah. How could you skip potatoes?
Oh, what are you gonna mess with that? I'm not gonna mess with that.
But they don't tell you about it.
Oh.
So yeah.
Being sneaky
So,
there
yeah.
at Texas de Brazil.
Yeah, you get a coin or something, right? Like you flip one
Yeah.
green side, one red side.
If
or
it's
something
green,
like
they come
that.
by and they'll ask you if you want meat. If it's red, they don't bother you because you're eating.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
go there on an empty stomach.
Yeah, oh my god, that could be dangerous.
Yeah.
Overeat.
Yeah.
One place that I tried recently was King Corona Cigars and Restaurant. It's in Ybor City. So it's really cool. It's authentic. They have a whole cigar display, like the entire wall and a half of just cigars. And then they've got Cuban coffee. I had a cafe con leche. It was so
Would
good.
you have a cigar and a coffee?
A cigar and a coffee. Can't you see me?
Woke up real early.
They've got food there too, Cubans, all that stuff. So really, really good. Little find. I mean, not a little find. It's been there forever. It's a big restaurant, but yeah. So that's a good one. So, all right, well, cool. Usually we end these with a real estate tip of the week. Rob, do you have anything you want to
I
talk
want to do
about?
the movie trivia
Oh, okay. Let's do your movie trivia, and then we'll do the
Movie
real estate
trivia.
tip of the week then.
because
We'll back to you. You're getting quizzed.
you can't look at this. Actually, this should be a good one. It's 90s movie trivia.
Ooh, this is
You
fun.
know, based on what you told me earlier when you were watching, what did you say you were watching? For the first time? Or not first time? Oh, Rambo 2,
Oh,
right?
Rambo 2 first, yeah.
Yeah.
Rambo First Blood Part 2. Yeah.
First Blood Part 2.
Yeah.
Well, you excited for the new one coming out?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Why not?
I don't think it's going to be anything good, but it's a
It
conclusion
might
to
be
the
good. I mean, his stuff has gotten better over the years as far as like
Well,
acting
the
wise. He
last
finally
Rambo,
learned
the
how to
last
act.
Rambo wasn't too good, so.
The last Rambo was the one. Okay, I remember. It was just like really gory. It was like really
Yeah.
like violent.
It was old man Stallone trying to just be another character.
Well, he's old. He's still.
Yep, but hey, he's doing
still
it.
kicking
He's
it.
doing it.
Yeah. All right, here we go. Question 1. What is the name of Will Smith's character in Independence Day?
Oh, wow. God, I've seen Independence Day so many. I saw it in the theaters July 4th when it came out. No, it didn't come out July 4th. It came out before July 1st that year. In 97? 96?
Oh my gosh.
Well, he knows that part.
Yeah, that's a good memory.
God, man, I don't know.
You don't know?
No, I
You'll
don't
know it as soon as you hear it.
Yeah, as soon as I hear it.
Captain Stephen Hiller.
Ah.
His son, Captain Hiller, his son is the main person in the newest one.
Oh, Will Smith's son is?
Yes.
Oh, how
Not his
cute.
real life son, but his son.
Oh,
yeah,
from the movie.
From the movie.
Oh, that's
is
so
in
fun. I
the
love
new
when they do
Independence
that.
Day, yeah.
Aww.
So this is going to be, here's probably an easy one for you. Which 1997 film stars Nicolas Cage, John Cusack, and John Malkovich?
Nicolas Cage, John Cusack, and John Malkovich.
Yep.
Nick Cage and John Cusack together. Wow. Being John Malkovich.
No,
No.
you're gonna hate
I'm gonna
yourself.
hit myself on
Yep.
something. Put me on the spot.
Oh man.
This is a,
These are hard.
no. This one. I mean, like right away, I knew what this one was.
Oh,
Is it the one with the eye?
No.
I'll give you a hint.
War?
Nicolas Cage was a convicted felon.
Oh, Con Air.
Yes.
Oh.
Bingo. Bingo.
Yeah, Con Air.
Oh man.
Man, that had such a huge cast
funny.
too. It
Yeah.
has such a huge cast.
Yeah, even beside him, they
feel
had Danny Trudeau.
Danny
how do you
Trejo,
say it?
yeah.
Trejo, how do you say
You know,
it?
he's been in like 180 movies.
Yeah, that guy's like a bad guy in every movie.
Oh my god.
Yeah, they're like, we need a bad Mexican guy.
Just put him
Get
in
Danny.
there.
Yeah, get him.
Oh, that
Con Air.
How about this? How many people were killed in the 1996 film Scream?
Oh man. I remember that.
Gives a hint. It's less than 10.
I was gonna say 9, but I'm leaning towards 8.
Close. 7. 7 victims.
It's thought of as one of the best
got
opening
that
scenes to a scary movie in the last like 20 years.
with the phone call. Or
Yeah,
whatever.
because Drew Barrymore's in the house.
Yeah.
The calls coming from inside, you know, and stuff.
Oh, I forgot about that.
Yeah,
Everyone forgets
know
Drew
the movie
Barrymore's in the
though?
movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
How about this? You might know this one. What year was Forrest Gump released? It's a classic.
Yeah, that's 95?
Close. 94.
94.
1994. How about, here's a good one. Who is Kaiser Soze? From the film's usual.
Oh man.
I don't know.
Oh, Kaiser Soze is from Usual Suspects. Kevin Spacey's character
Yes.
is he's playing dual characters in the movie.
Oh, I don't remember that movie.
Yeah, I don't. You don't want to give away too much if you've never seen it, but it is a great.
What movie is it?
Usual Suspects.
Okay.
That's Stephen Baldwin, or is it Billy?
That was Billy.
Yeah.
There's
One
so
of
many of those
the lesser
Baldwins.
Baldwins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wasn't William?
Oh my god. Was it William? Oh my god.
Do you remember the other character's name that he played? Before they,
Oh, the other character?
before, like his.
Yeah, the character he is for most of the movie, pretty much.
Yeah.
No, I don't. I can't think of the name.
Roger Verbal.
Verbal, because he doesn't speak much.
Yep. Oh my God. Jen might actually know this one. What year was the song "My Heart Will Go On" from the Titanic released?
Oh. 1992.
Girls know this. It's a Celine Dion thing.
Well, it's Leonardo DiCaprio, really, but.
Oh well, what?
And
Oh, it's
how old was I
Leonardo
in Titanic?
DiCaprio.
1996?
97.
That was
You
earlier.
were close.
Man, that was my first gut thought.
And which artist sang the song "Oh Pretty Woman" from the film Pretty Woman?
Nothing.
You know this.
Well, yeah, it's Roy Orbison.
Yeah, bingo.
Who?
Roy Orbison.
Oh.
Is that 60s? I think it was.
Yeah.
I think it was big in the 60s and 70s.
It's an old song.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Which 90s movie featured the Looney Tunes on its soundtrack?
Oh man, I feel like I should know this.
Yeah, you
Space Jam?
do. Yes. Jen got one! Woo!
I was trying to let her get it.
Jen got a 1994 or 1990s movie question right. Holy
Remember
cow.
something.
Which 90s movie soundtrack is the best-selling soundtrack of all time? Best-selling soundtrack of all time.
That is a tough
I
one.
know.
You're gonna have to tell us. I don't know.
Yeah.
The Bodyguard?
Yeah, I can see why.
Yeah, Whitney
Yeah.
Houston.
She was such a good singer.
Probably the only reason.
Oh my goodness.
All right, and let's see, one last one. Ooh, I don't know. Do you hear this one or that one? Which 90s movie featured the songs? Nah, forget that one. That one's stupid. I don't want to do that one.
Being picky with his questions over there.
Okay. What were the 3 songs the band Aerosmith sung for the 1998 movie Armageddon?
Don't want to miss a thing.
Yes.
Oh man, the names of them. I can picture all the songs in the movie.
Oh, funny.
I'm trying to.
That's the only one I remember.
See, now you're mixing two things. One thing I don't follow. That's music. a lot of these 90s questions are music questions in a movie. I'm not big on music.
But it's Armageddon.
No, it is
How many
Armageddon.
times have you watched Armageddon?
At least 24 and a half.
Oh my god.
I know a girl who can play on the piano.
Aww.
I don't want to miss a thing.
Uh-huh.
She just, I'm like, wow, that's crazy.
incredible.
What are the other ones?
What kind of love are you in? Love are you on? And the obvious one is Sweet Emotion.
Oh, they made that for the movie?
No, they didn't
No,
make
it's
it
just
for
on the
movie.
soundtrack.
Okay.
They were in there.
I was gonna
Probably
say,
because-
this is
That
so
massive cast they have.
His
Yeah.
daughter was in that.
Yeah,
I
with
actually met that
Tyler.
whole cast.
Did you?
Oh, you
I
did?
yeah, when I worked, I was working on the boat on Sun Cruise Casinos.
Uh-huh.
At the time they were filming it,
wow.
and they were at the Kennedy Space Center,
Yeah.
and the Coast Guard brought them out.
No.
So they were, I met, I caught
Michael Clark
Bruce
Duncan.
Willis.
Wow.
Michael Clark Duncan?
The big guy? Yeah, he was there. Steve Buscemi, I met.
Oh, dude, Steve Buscemi.
Bruce Willis,
Yeah.
Ben Affleck was actually
Really?
asked
Was he like?
my now wife out at the time. Yeah, oh yeah.
I guess he has a reputation.
Yeah.
But
man.
yeah, that was
funny he
that
asked
was
your wife
that
out.
was
Interesting.
that was a fun night.
bet.
Oh my god, well, that's so fun. Well, cool. Thanks for those are quizzes.
Yeah, we'll say you passed. And the most impressive part is Jen got one right.
Yeah, I knew something. Oh my god. Well, so I'll do a quick real estate tip because I learned something new this week, and I think it's very important to inform everyone about. And I was not aware of it, but apparently there's something going on called a PACE loan. Are you familiar with that at all?
Nope.
Are you familiar with that?
The
Rob?
PACE loan?
Yeah, so it's called a PACE loan. And what it is, basically, in a nutshell, like, you know how you have like roofers and solar panel guys coming knocking on your door saying, oh, you want some solar panels, a brand new roof, it won't cost you anything, you don't have to pay anything right now, you just get this PACE loan. Well, what it actually is it's through the local government and it goes on your tax bill as an assessment. So people are having these like $40,000 taxes added to their assessments, added to their home, and it's a lien on the home. So yeah, you got a brand new roof and you didn't pay anything out of pocket up front, but you're still paying that tax over the next 20 or so years. I got to find out all the information for sure. But the problem is first of all, now you're paying double the cost because there's a huge interest rate on it. And second of all, when they're going to sell their homes, they're having trouble closing on the homes because, again, you know, the taxes from the local government are the primary like lien holders on the house, so no mortgage company wants to be the secondary mortgage holder on the home. So what's happening is people either are going to have to pay off these huge, enormous tax bills on their home before they sell it, and now that was all their equity in the home.
Yep.
So now they're either selling their home and having to come to the money table with money, or they're not making anything, maybe a little bit if they're lucky. So that's just something to look out for.
So who's the provider of these loans? Is it
the government?
The government?
The government, and they're not with RESPA or TILA. So I mean, it's basically, you know, it's a way for the government to get everyone to have energy efficient homes, but it's actually hurting people financially because now they're stuck in their home and they have these huge tax bills.
Well,
and again,
it sounds like it opened the floodgates for
Right.
slimy salesmen
Exactly.
to come in and
that's what's happening. So
kind of trap people into
all the
something.
slimy-
Say, oh, it's great. Yeah, you can have this.
right,
Yeah.
they don't care. They're making their money.
They're getting paid and they're out.
and they're not going
terrible.
door to door. Yeah, so
Nobody's
something
explaining
to
it
look
to
out for.
them because maybe it is right for somebody that's staying in their home for a
Yeah,
long
if they're
time.
gonna
That's,
be
you know, that's
there.
their lifelong home.
Yeah.
But
Could be too good to be true. So, you know,
Yeah.
it's just something, you know, I wouldn't recommend it. I don't know, personally. I don't know if I can say that.
well,
as
you
a
gotta
realtor.
figure it out.
Yeah, learn
Yeah.
more. Yeah.
You have to figure it out on your
At least
own,
do your
but
homework
do
on
your
it.
homework.
Right, yeah. Make sure you read the contract before you sign anything. So, but yeah, just so that was a fun tip I learned this week, so that I would share.
Yeah. Did somebody you know get?
No, apparently it's just going on like crazy right now. There's a lot of people that are all of a sudden a week before closing, oops, we found this in the title search, and you know, now
Crap,
the seller
man.
doesn't want to come to the table.
Imagine
with,
getting that 3 days
Yeah.
before closing
Yeah.
on your payout sheet.
right. So something to be careful
would
for.
suck.
You know, if you go into a house and it's a little bit older and it has a brand new roof, maybe just do like a title search before you know.
I know a lot of people are trying to go solar. And, you know, they get trapped in something like that.
Right.
I'd love to go, so I just don't know enough about it yet.
Right, yeah, I know. And you know, they try not, I don't know.
If you're gonna
So-
do that, like if you do want to go solar and you got like some equity in your home, probably the best way to do it is just tap into the equity in your home, get like a refinance it.
Well, we already have the home equity loan. We already got it. 'Cause
Yeah.
once when we moved down here, we got equity. Like
Oh, good.
we got
yeah.
such a good deal, and so we
Great.
grabbed it right immediately.
Yeah.
So just in case something happens.
Right.
Luckily, we got our new roof
Yeah.
from wind damage,
Yeah.
Right.
so we got lucky again
Yeah,
on that.
There you go.
You know,
yeah.
and
Yeah,
So-
that's what I would do is use it for, you know, if you want solar panels and you want to go
Right.
that route, you know, do it that way.
Yeah, just be careful.
Yeah.
So if it seems too good to be true, it probably is. So, yeah. But anyways, well, thank you so much again, Bill, for being here on
My
our
pleasure.
podcast. We appreciate you coming. And
we'll have to have you come by the shop.
Yes.
Maybe even make some pizzas.
We would
Yeah.
love that.
Hey, I'm down. I told you I used to make pizzas.
There we go.
And
We
it
got an
sounds like
expert
almost
right
the same
here.
style
Yeah.
that we used to make. So
Oh my gosh, awesome. Well,
yeah, it is Pizza Friday too.
oh, it is Pizza Friday. Rob's
Today.
on it. Oh my gosh. Oh, anything else, Rob, you want to mention?
No, thanks for
Oh, my
doing
pleasure,
this.
my pleasure.
And was it painless?
Oh yeah, this is.
Was it, you know?
I can do this whenever you guys want me back.
Listen, coming on our podcast is better than going to the dentist.
Yeah.
So
There you go. All right. Well, thanks guys for watching. Thanks for listening. If you want more information on Jet's Pizza, we'll make sure to put that in the links. And hope you all have a great day. Thank